Hey, everybody. Thanks for listening to this episode of me channeling an entity that appeared to me out of the blue. Never heard of this entity before. Back in two summers, 2017 and 2018, when I worked at the Omega Institute in upstate New York. This happened one morning. I woke up. I was heavy into my mediumship at this time, heavy into awareness of everything. The Omega Institute, very spiritual. So I was picking up on a lot of vibes already. So I woke up one morning, it was my day off. I should have gone to do laundry, but I said, nah, I'm just going to hang out in bed for a while and watch some TV. You live and you work at this place, they feed you and they house you. And I had a great gig there. It was fun while it lasted. But that morning I was just kind of just feeling, no, I'm going to stay here in my, it was 10 by 10 room. And 10 minutes later, I find myself dressed with my laundry bag in my hand and my hand on the doorknob. And at that moment, I guess I could say I was like jerked awake because now I had to like walk outside. But I wondered at that moment, how the heck did I get up, get dressed, and pack up my laundry and not remember it? But as I am very aware, I said at this time, I went to the laundry. It's probably about 2 to 3 city blocks away from my room at the time. Went to the laundry. You don't exactly walk all the way home and walk back 5 minutes later. So I was hanging out, finished my laundry, and something said to me in my head, go up to the sanctuary. And the sanctuary is exactly what it sounds like. It's a beautiful room that you can go and meditate. They do talks there. But basically, during the day, it's usually free for anyone to just walk in and out of. You can either go around to get there, or you can go up these really steep stone steps, which I'm not a fan of. My knees were bothering me at the time. But I find myself now taking my laundry up to the sanctuary. And I get up there and I'm like, how the heck did I get up here? So I was like, all right, there must be a reason. And I walk into the sanctuary. I sit down. I'm the only one in there. I sit down to meditate, close my eyes, and I hear this voice start speaking to me in my head. And I'm speaking to it in my head. And I realized I should really record this. So I turn on my recorder on my phone and I start speaking back and forth to this. I'm going to call it at that time. I'm sure I just called it a voice, but now I'll call it an entity. And I wrote a blog about this entity, my two summers at Omega, where I channeled it. I'll put the link to that blog down below in the description of this podcast. That was 2017. And I saw that entity as an eye with wings, a literal eye, like the eye of your face, not the letter I. And we chatted about that for a few weeks, the I and I. And I came to figure out through this entity that he wasn't calling himself EYE. He was calling himself I, the letter I, the eye of the earth. It's a very powerful blog. Lots this entity had to say about the earth, and I won't go into it here. I do those two summers. I try to get some confirmation about what I was speaking to that summer. Let me just say this one more thing. Okay. 2 months or 3 months after I started channeling the eye, I never questioned it. I always knew it was an eye with wings. That was always in my head, but it looked like an eye to me, an EYE to me. So one day I'm walking home from somewhere and at the Institute, and I stopped on the steps of the main hall where they were having a chanting weekend. It was pretty powerful. Didn't feel great. Didn't want to go inside. Too much energy for me. So I sat on the front steps. I'd never been to the main hall before for anything. None of my classes took me there. Sitting on the main hall steps, and they have a slate walkway leading up to the hall. And I'm looking at it, and if you're familiar with slate, the pieces of slate, they're all asymmetrical, they're big, they're small, they're different sizes. And in the slate, there is a perfectly shaped eye with wings. Someone cut that out. Someone sawed or whatever you call it that you do a slate, There was an eye with wings. It was my confirmation that someone else before me had also contacted the Eye of the Earth there at the Omega Institute. It's another story about all of that also. But in the last almost 10 years, I've not forgotten about the Eye of the Earth, but I've had other things I was doing. There was a lot of moving around, there was COVID. And just a couple weeks ago, I started feeling the eye of the earth needed to speak to me. But I really wasn't giving it literally the time of day at that time, struggling with some other things here. So a couple days ago, I sit down to record some spirit voices, which I do almost every day now. And as soon as I turned my recorder on my computer, I do it through a Zoom call with multiple tracks. I put my computer in one room and my phone is in the other room. So I have two tracks going. And the track in the bathroom is Spirit's track. That's the one they speak on the most when I do this. So I sit down, open my computer, got it all set up. I got two tracks going. And I already start hearing things happening in the bathroom. And I start feeling in my throat, okay, the eye of the earth needs to speak to me. I knew it. I knew it was coming. It just needed probably me to sit and have a conversation with it when I was ready. I'm all about there's an order for everything. And everything that happened in this last week or so, me starting to sense the eye of the earth needing to say something, and then me sitting down and the struggles that I was having, all in the order it was meant to be received. This episode is the recording of that day, a couple days ago, where I channeled the eye of the earth. And it was very powerful for me. And I knew it would be very powerful for whoever is listening to this. So if you're here right now and you're listening, I invite you to receive this message from the eye of the earth. And check out my blog. Pretty powerful. Thanks for listening. Anybody here, if you can give me some advice today as I navigate my way through this time of nothingness, through this time of physical body challenges, through this time of awareness of so much, through this time of feelings and understanding of life on this entire planet, this earthly planet. If there's someone there that recognizes and can speak to these things, can I have some support, some guidance? I'm getting something coming up in my throat. I've been thinking and hearing from the eye of the earth lately. Let's see what this entity wants to speak through me. There is a vast space in front of all of you, individually, a vastness in front of all of you. It is an area that can either pick up speed, slow down, or absorb emotions. Many of the emotions bounce off this vast space, but some emotions come to you, each of you, individually to stay for a purpose. Understand that the space is large. Understand that each of you have the ability to allow that emotion to grow or to blow it away into the vastness beyond this space. This is Donna speaking. I see myself standing here, and I see as if I were on the edge of a cliff, and over the cliff is complete darkness, blankness, like the outer reaches of the galaxies, but there's no stars or planets. It just feels so vast, but I don't feel it as a part of me. I feel it as something I am fearful of jumping into. And the eye of the earth says, and that is exactly correct. You have a fear of jumping into these emotions. Instead, you push them or you walk away from the edge. You push them away or you walk away from the edge. The emotions want to be felt. The emotions are fine with you jumping off into them. For in this vast space is where we hold you. In this vast space, after you take the leap, is where we hold you. You will not drop. You will not disappear. You will be held. Are you fearful of being held? Donna speaking. Deep breath. I don't know. Am I more fearful of the jump, or am I more fearful of being held after the jump? Am I fearful of the connection to that emotion or that space? I'm using the word emotion because you use the word emotion, but I'm not sure what's in that space, that vastness of space in front of me. And the eye of the earth continues. Can you trust that we will be here? Donna speaking. I'm having trouble with that. I'm having trouble with saying yes to that. But I understand now what the challenge is for me. Not only do I fear jumping, but I fear there will be nothing there after I jump, that I will be even more alone than I am now. In the eye of the earth now speaking back. You got it. You, along with many others, are stuck in a space at the edge of the cliff. There's nothing to go back to, but yet you also see nothing in front of you because of the fear, not only of jumping, but the fear of not being supported in that jump. Donna speaking. Yep, I feel that's something I've felt my entire life. And the eye says, and we've been with you your entire life. For all of you, I speak now to all of you on the edge of a cliff and looking forward at the vastness. You're not afraid of the space, though, Donna speaking. I'm not afraid of that space. I see it as beautiful, as such a wonder, like I want to be there. In the eye of the earth speaking back, you want to be there, but you're not there. Donna speaking, yeah, not there. I'm at the edge of the cliff. Eye of the earth speaking, I see many of you at the edge of the cliff. I cannot tell you how to make the jump. I can guide you as you make the jump. But you have to start moving, whether it's a leap or whether it's tiny steps and falling. They're both fine. We will all be here to guide and support you. And Donna speaking, I see both of us just paused here now. Me and this vastness, the voice coming out of the vastness of the eye of the earth. But the eye of the earth is above the whole scene. The eye of the earth is not in the vastness. The eye of the earth is above the whole scene. The eye of the earth speaks because I am the scene. I am the I am. I understand now. Donna saying, I put a boundary, and I dislike that word. I put a wall between who I am right now and what is in the vastness, which, as a human, I could say is future. As a human, I can say what's happening later today. It doesn't matter. If I stay on the edge of this cliff, I am not making any movement. I am stuck. So I'm asking you, the eye of the earth, I'm asking you, How do we make the jump? And the eye of the earth responds with, you have just now. You've made the connection between what it looks like to stand there and what it looks like in front of you. But if you look at the whole picture, we'll go back to that, above where I am, the way I stand, the way I can see all of you, it's one big picture. Trust the leap. Trust that you will be caught and there will be nothing tying you. Nothing will tie you down when you make that leap. The cliff ties you down. Making the leap frees you. Frees you. Making the leap will free you. Donna speaking. Okay, I'm going to visualize the rest of today. Visualize the whole view of me standing, the vast space, the beauty of the vast space. And I'm going to visualize me jumping. Many times in many meditations in the past 20 to 30 years, I've watched myself jump off the cliff. But you know what? It's always been blue sky. It's always been ocean, beaches, mountains. I've always seen what I'm jumping into. This is the first time in this visual now that I'm seeing, I can't see. I only see darkness, but it's beautiful darkness. The eye of the earth. You got it. I'm going to leave you to that because now it is your work, all of your work, to visualize a different space in front of you that you don't know what's coming. And you won't know until you take the leap. Donna speaking. Wow, I felt this coming for a couple of days now, this message from the eye of the earth. And I'm going to visualize this now the rest of the day whenever I feel stuck, because I have felt stuck in the last weeks, months. I'm going to practice leaping into the vast space of nothing. Thank you.